Good day, this is Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. My name is Angelo with the updates for today. Thanks for joining us. Yesterday, the 12th day of September 2023 was a day set aside for the first part of court hearing about the case involving Atiku Abubakar of the PDP and Chicago State University and Bola Ahmed Tinibu of the APC, asking the Chicago State University to release the academic records of Bola Ahmed Tinibu. Of course, we all know that. Now, the case actually began at night, and then I'll bring you the details. Far away, Northern Illinois, in the United States District Court in Northern Illinois, and although the case was adjourned, the judge asked for adjournment. He asked for little time, although he had 14 days, he knows, but he asked for little time to bring his conclusions together and references and all that. He said the counsels can also email him evidences. Any of the lawyers from both Atiku and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu can email him evidences through his mail if anyone is available. All right. Now the case was adjourned. I will bring you that details. I will bring you those details, yes, very soon, but not in this particular video. You have to stay tuned with us. But something came up yesterday that I feel we should share. Yes, and that is the reason why I am giving this update. There was something different of interest, okay, that will amaze you, it will surprise you, it will shock you, from our source, very, very reliable source, somebody who was there at the United States District Court in Northern Illinois yesterday. Yes, so I will share this information with you. Now, stay tuned, okay? Now, this source of mine was around the court premises before the court session. He came earlier, and he met this man in his 60s. This man was in his 60s, okay? That is a description of the man. And this man had known Bola Ahmed Tinibu and the Bola Ahmed Tinibu story from way back when Bola Ahmed Tinibu was a cab driver in Chicago, was a taxi driver in Chicago. We thought some secrets would never come up. We thought we had to wait for the FBI in October to bring out or to, reveal some secrets. But we don't have to wait that long. Things are beginning to come out and emerge gradually. So pay attention and listen, please, all right? This man revealed that Bola Ahmed Tinibu's story is well known amongst older Nigerians living in Chicago for a very, very long time now. He said while Bola Ahmed Tinibu was a taxi driver or a cab driver, he was also cleaning money, in quotes. We are getting there. Yes, he said Bola Ahmed Tinibu was also cleaning money. Cleaning money. Read my lips. Cleaning money, in quotes, for drug dealers. He was cleaning money for drug dealers. He said Bola Ahmed Tinibu was like a cashier, that is the banker and financial strategist and consultant for all the drug dealers in Chicago that knew him then. Bola Ahmed Tinibu was like a cashier, he was like a banker and a financial strategist and consultant of every drug dealer that knew him back then in Chicago. He said once these drug dealers make sales, they go to Bola Ahmed Tinibu to keep the cash or help them bank the proceeds. He revealed that following the series of crimes and bank fraud Bola Ahmed Tinibu indulged in while in Chicago, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu was banned from entering Chicago over time for up to 10 years. We never had this. We're just hearing it right now. I told you we'll get there. Bola Ahmed Tinibu then moved to the Virginia area of the United States. The informant who was talking said this, and he actually had proofs to back up his claim because he has been in Chicago for more than 40 years or close to 50 years. All right. Yeah, and now he was in his early 60s. That means invariably this man was born in Chicago. You now understand? Or he went to Chicago at a very, very young age for him to have, first-hand knowledge of this information. The informant said that the above information that we have given you right now is part of what might be released by the FBI in October. This informant further said that any Nigerian around 50 to 70 years who is still in Chicago and has been in Chicago for like up to 35 or 40 years knows the story of Bola Ahmed Tinibu very, very well. So we went for something and then we stumbled over something very, very important. So this particular expose has come to you and you have to hold it tight because we will see what will happen in the Supreme Court. And truths are beginning to come out, although the court will need substantial evidence to prove this. But what we know is, especially those of us who heard it really from the source, will tell you that the truth is gradually emerging. Okay, yes, the truth is gradually emerging. And gradually, we'll get there. Okay, it may take 2 years, 3 years to reclaim, but finally, I am sure we will get there. Do not despair. Okay, do not despair. Now, I have been combing post tribunal judgment reactions. I told you. I am still waiting for people like Michael Ondoaka, the former Attorney General of Nigeria, to react. I'm still waiting for people like Olisa Abakoba, former NBA president. I'm still waiting for people like Femi Falana to react, okay? But aside that, I have a very prominent member of the People's Democratic Party, Barrister Okechukwu Osuoha, who is also the Deputy National Legal Advisor of the People's Democratic Party. He reacted to the judgment of the tribunal, which of course his reactions were negative, as you know, not because he's a partisan, but because he's a Nigerian and he knows the truth about everything. Okay, now he has described the ruling of the tribunal and supposed respectable judges. Of course, they were supposed to be respected until that judgment. Okay, he has described this judgment as disappointing, as a judgment that was filled with injustice. He also called that judgment a judgment in error, which I believe are the best words to describe the judgment of the tribunal led by Justice Haruna Samani Simon. Next on your screens will be Barrister Okechukwu Osuoha, while he had an interview about his reactions on the judgment of the tribunal. Lots of Nigerians are crying. There is pain everywhere. The street is bleeding. Lots of youths are beginning to do heinous things. Lots of youths have committed suicide because of the outcome of this judgment. They have seen little or no hope again in Nigeria because with Bola Ahmed Tinibu at the helm of affairs, lots of people don't see we getting it right in Nigeria. Please watch this video.
Like you pointed out, the judgment that was just delivered last 6th of September in the Presidential Tribunal, the Court of Appeal, actually it came as a surprise, not only to myself but to all and sundry, all Nigerians, meaning Nigerians, both at home and the diaspora. For me, I was in court that particular day because I'm one of the lawyers representing our party and our candidate. So like I said, I was disappointed because the court came out and the judges, they gave a judgment, but they did not render justice to the matter. So I can see that judgment as a judgment in error. We know that law is dynamic and is mutable. The law keep on developing, and the court, like in law, we say that whatever is the pronouncement of the court is what is the law. But then everybody looks up to the court as the last hope of the common man. It's a temple of justice. And even the judges who are the members of the bench and even the lawyers who are equally members of the bar, we're all members of, we are all, in the temple of justice, we are ministers. But especially those of the judges, they are seen as they should be above board because they are looked upon, as arbiters. And when they come out to give judgment, they should equally look at the facts of the matter, look at the evidence adduced, and then arrive at their judgment. And that's why most times when you see a judgment of a court, there are rules, there are things you need to identify, what we call the obiter. The obiter dictum is what actually informed the court to arrive at their decision, or the stare decisis. But these things were lacking in that judgment, because looking at what I saw in the court that day, everybody says it. You saw there's issues that need to be addressed. When you talk about evidence, the court was even appearing as if they were aligning with the respondent, whether they were taking side. The way they reacted whenever there's an issue that concerns the respondent, they were there as if they were praising the respondents. But when it concerns the petitioners, which my party is one of them, PDP, they reacted vehemently, with anger, as if there was even one of the judges were saying, do we expect them, the court, to manufacture evidence? But I saw during the proceedings, there was overwhelming evidence that were tendered by my party and even the Labour Party, even concerning qualification. The respondent was not even qualified ab initio from what the evidence tendered by my own party, showing that the forgery, the certificate forgery that was there, even the matter is still pending in a court in America, showing that there was forfeiture, drug forfeiture, money laundering, that involved drug. And then I saw the court. The court supposed to be a court, like I say, a temple of justice. So they would have, even if they don't want to, rule on it, but they should have stood up to condemn that fact that somebody that's going to be a president of Nigeria would have had a case in court in America concerning or involving drug proceeds, and he was indicted and he forfeited that money. They were saying, like some of them were saying, it was not a criminal matter, whether civil or criminal. But at the end of the day, there was forfeiture. And in law, that's what we call plea bargain. When you forfeit something, you're trying to secure your freedom, and you had to forfeit something. The court would have risen up to condemn that particular act, even if at the end of the day.
Okay, the video there, and Barrister Okechukwu was right. Okay, let's forget if he's a member of the PDP or anything, but he's a Nigerian. Okay, he's right. I believe so much so that there are people in the APC camp that can still tell you the truth. They have been coming out to say it. There are people in the APC that believe that the judiciary did wrong by what they ruled. Yes, if you've not seen them, I have seen them. If you've not met them, I have met them. Okay, so we will continue to see that a truth that is glaring and staring us in the eye will not be hidden for long. Trust me, that's just the truth about it. Now, on religion, although this is a religious reaction to the tribunal's judgment, Archbishop Lucius Iwejuru Ugoji, the Catholic Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Owerri, and he is also the president of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, he has come out to react on the judgment passed by the tribunal. Archbishop Ugoji is so bitter about the whole thing, and during a gathering of bishops and a little occasion, he decided to use that medium to address the issues that surrounded the judgment and reactions of Justice Samani-led tribunal to the general judgment they gave according to the tribunal, or the petition tabled against the or before the tribunal, right? So this is to tell you that even religious leaders are finding it hard, they are finding it hard to come into cognizance with whatever has happened. I think this should be the first set of religious leaders to react to, this particular judgment, because I'm yet to hear the Pastor David Biomis react. I'm yet to hear the Adeboyes react, the Oyedepos. I'm yet to hear, lots of pastors react to this. I'm even yet to hear Islamic clerics react to this, because everybody has just kept quiet. I think everybody is in shock. But kudos to Archbishop Lucius Iwejuru Ugoji, who spoke fearlessly. Of course, no Catholic bishop speaks with fear in his tone, okay, or in his manner, because they are actually there to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Please stay tuned for Archbishop Lucius Iwejuru Ugoji, the president of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria and the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Owerri, Catholic Archdiocese of Owerri. Please.
The 2023 presidential election has come and gone, but not fully over. With the introduction of the Nigeria voter accreditation system, DVS, and the Independent National Electoral Commission result viewing portal, as well as the assurance of the INEC that the results of the elections will be transmitted electronically in real time from the polling units. Nigerians looked forward to free, fair, and credible elections, and so trooped out during the elections as never before in our national history to vote for their preferred candidates, hoping that their votes will count. Despite the reassurances by the INEC to deliver credible general elections in 2023, the election fell short of the people's legitimate expectation, as well as moral and legal standards. The confidence of citizens in the 2023 electoral process was eroded by the many pitfalls and irregularities evident before, during, and after the elections. As many national and international observers have already pointed out, the general elections were flawed by threats, intimidation, violence, the stealing of blood, poor logistic arrangements, engagement, impunity, as well as the lack of transparency, manipulation of results, abuse of the power of incumbency, alleged glitches, and outright rigging. Nigerians were disappointed that INEC failed to uphold the presidential results, upload the presidential results in real time as promised. By the time the chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, declared the presidential results, the results from thousands of polling units have not been uploaded on the IREV, and a high percentage of the uploaded results required for the verification and authentication of the model results were defaced or blurred. In some instances, irrelevant objects were uploaded on the IREV. Contestants in the presidential election who protested against the electoral process and the results hurriedly declared by the elect chairman were advised to go to court.
All right, you've heard it from the bishop there, and I will tell him another kudos for fearlessly speaking out. Of course, he owes nobody, and he owes no explanation to anybody for speaking out. After all, he's a Christian cleric and a very, very straightforward one at that. Okay, so he doesn't have to explain himself. He's there to speak up for the people of God and to speak up for the masses, especially for injustice sake. He has to speak up anytime there is injustice, okay, because the Bible has preached countless times about social justice. Of course, we know Prophet Amos and the story of social justice. So we hope that things fall in place over time. I would like to urge our viewers, thank you so much for staying with us. Don't forget to like, share our videos, and then don't forget to drop a comment for us in the comment section. You're doing a good job. Please follow us gradually and you will get all the information you want. Finally, if you're watching me for the first time, tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that we'll get to link up when I'm on air. See you next time. From our table, we're saying bye.